No.
Look, because because there's 24 of them. I know this is probably dumb, but listen. So if they were on the complete polar opposite side of the world, wouldn't it only be 12 hours?
No,
it's
How
not
could
exactly.
it be 13 hours ahead?
No, because it's at Greenwich is where it starts, and there's only 5 time zones that are behind us.
Yeah. That's why we're UTC minus 5.
Okay, but where do you get 13?
Because there's
Because they're 13 lines of latitude away.
Oh my god.
But isn't each one an hour?
Understand the concept
Yes.
of time zone.
The thing is, they're not exactly.
But then if you were to get in a plane,
29, you don't get it?
but then there would be 26 hours in the day.
Wow.
What?
I really don't understand.
Local 29-year-old doesn't understand the rotation of the fucking Earth.
I know how the rotation works. There's only 24 hours, and each time there should be a time zone is every hour, because every time you go over a time zone, it's an hour, right? Am I right so far?
Yes.
So then how do you get 13? Because that would be like going over half the distance around the world. Why wouldn't you just go the other way? Because it would be quicker. It would only be 11 hours.
This is a troll. This is a troll.
No.
Collie, alright, listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Alright, so it's all like Greenwich, England. All of the time zones revolve around that. It doesn't matter if it's 12 hours ahead or behind us. It only matters if it's 12 hours ahead or behind of Greenwich.
So how is it 13 hours ahead of Greenwich?
It's not.
It is 13 hours ahead of us in this current time zone. Oh, relative, you fucking idiot!
The 13 is the part I'm having the issue with. How do you get a 13?
Because something could be something.
Okay, so you would think you'd have 12 hours in either direction because it's 24 total. So 12 hours one way would get you there, and 12 hours the other way would get you there. 12 plus 12 is 24. If you did 13, you would overshoot it. And
Beijing is also 13 hours.
Okay, because right now it is 2:09 a.m. in Beijing, China.
I'm going to.
No, I think the problem is that Collie has 3 extra hours in his day.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to draw how I believe. How I have been led to believe.
We're getting illustrations.
Alright,
this all works.
Collie fucking drawing time is like. How's the drawing going, Collie?
I'm halfway done.
You're making fun of Collie because he doesn't understand.
Are you 6.5 hours done?
I don't know what China's flag looks like.
She responded to with because of the rotation of the Earth. That's how they're 13 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it works, Collie. That's how life works. That's how time works.
Okay.
Are you upset?
All right. Okay. Oh my god.
All right, it's done. Hold on, I'm gonna save it and upload it.
I need to see this.
After 24 hours, it has completed a full circle rotation of 360 degrees. Scientists use the information to divide the planet into 24 sections or time zones.
24 sections.
As you move from...
Yes, there are 24 sections. Congratulations.
Oh,
what?
I love how there's little American flags.
I don't know what the Chinese flag looks like.
China.
Just China on it.
China.
You can't do this. You can't do this.
Degrees time zones an hour earlier than GMT.
So explain to me where the extra hour comes from. That's all I need to know.
Collie, alright, there are not 12 ahead of us and 12 behind us. There are 5 behind us and 17 ahead of us.
That's too many.
Or, no,
Wait,
5.
It's not too many, that's how math goes.
There are 19 ahead of us and 5 behind us.
Please. Ow! My wife is now singing "Read a Book."
Oh my god, this one's turned into a whale.
I like it.
That's
Kali, what is?
But there's only 24 total. You can't have more than that.
What is 19 plus 5? Tell me that.
It's 24.
Yeah.
Oh.
There are 19 ahead of us and 5 behind us.
I know, but I see what you're saying. Okay, I get that. So then why not just go the other way and it would be less. It would be shorter.
Because it revolves around Greenwich.
We're not talking about Greenwich. I'm talking about the US and Japan.
Stop Greenwich. Nobody cares.
What do you mean? Just go the other way.
Listen, time doesn't go backwards.
Backwards.
Dom, what are you doing?
I can't believe this.
Oh my god. Did you hear the squeal?
My stomach hurts. Oh.
Time difference is like a matter of like distance, essentially. Like they're 13 hours away from us, but they are not 13 hours away from Greenwich.
Oh my god. But there's only 12.
Well, what about Greenwich?
We're not talking about Greenwich.
Ollie, I love you, man. But this is amazing.
Calling.
It sounds like
Local man doesn't understand time.
Local man yells at sun.
More than 13 hours.
Here's the thing. I concede that I'm probably wrong because there's so many of you and you all are in agreement with each other. But I still don't understand.
Are you trying to say we're like teaming up on you about, you know, how time works?
The other option is I'm the smart one and you're all retarded, and I don't think that's the case. So I will concede that I'm probably wrong, but I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I know.
My fucking, like, ribs hurt.
Did you kick yourself in the ribs?
No, he DDT'd himself in the nuts, though.
Don't try and deflect from you not understanding time.
I understand
What?
time just
That's
fine. I know
like
how to read a clock. Okay, a clock is a perfect example. I just proved. Okay, look at a clock. Look at an old school clock with the numbers on it.
This is the sandwich debate all over again.
Imagine that we are 12 o'clock. We're at the top, and then China is 6 o'clock. It is at the bottom. Just imagine that, okay? Because we're on opposite sides of the globe. The Earth is round like a clock, okay?
Yeah, I mean, you dig a hole, your shovel will melt, but if you have a second one, it'll be fine.
6 hours, 6 hours down. Actually, let's make it a 24-hour clock, so it's easier. Okay, so we're at
24-hour clocks.
Okay, but just picture a 24-hour clock, because you're used to picturing a 12-hour clock. Okay.
So a digital clock.
No, an analog clock.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
Like a military time clock.
Yes. So we're at 24, and they're down there at 12. It takes you 12 sections, 12 time zones, 12 hours to get down if you go the right way, and the same amount of time, 12, to go down if you get the other way. No matter which way you go, it's 12 plus 12.
Fuck me. All right.
Right.
How do you get 13? You would go too far.
Because you go one further, my
You would
dude.
be, if you got on a plane and you said, take me a 13-hour flight to China, when you landed, you'd be in the ocean. Or you'd be in, like, the wrong part of China, depending on which way you went.
No, if you took a 13-hour flight to China, you would end up in Japan because that's where the fuck you're going with 13-hour time difference.
Exactly, they're not the same thing. You'd be in the wrong place.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
Did you just say China and Japan were the same thing, you fucking racist?
All right, Kali, I think I know how I can make this make sense.
Colin!
So, picture it this way.
Oh,
Imagine that on that clock, we are not 0. We are at 5.
The world revolves around America.
the world is
Because
a vampire.
Greenwich, England is at 00, and from there,
Says who? Why do you keep bringing Greenwich into this?
Because that's where the 00 time zone is.
They had to choose a place, Cully. It doesn't matter.
But why? It's all relative. Time is relative. It's relative to wherever you are at the time. If you're in America, I don't care how long it takes. If I'm going to China, I don't care how long it takes to get from Greenwich to China. I care about how long it takes for me to get to China. I'm not in Greenwich. Right? How does that matter?
It has to be based.
No, he's
I'm not crazy.
Questions and actually getting too defensive for this to be bait. I know when Collie's baiting, this is not.
I think you might need to take a geography class.
Collie, actually, what the fuck?
You're the reason that everyone thinks the U.S. is terrible at geography.
Holy fuck, Collie! Fucking idiot. Collie.
Yeah.
Let me okay. Say you start where we're starting right now. You're in America, right?
Yes. Okay.
And each time zone is an hour, right?
That much.
Yes.
So if you fly,
of which there are 24.
You fly a complete circle. How much is that?
It's 24.
Okay. So what happens if you stop halfway?
12.
What happens if you go one more than that?
You've gone the long way, and you could have just gone the other way. So it's only 11.
If that number is higher than 12, confuse you.
Collie,
Nothing can be nothing.
Wait, rotate, Collie.
But why would you go 13 hours?
we're not talking about this.
Okay, by your logic, I'm 24 hours away from myself. How does that make sense?
You are.
If you took a plane flight around
Why would
the
I get
entire
in a
world-
plane and fly 20? Okay, then let me rephrase that. Then I'm 23. Who's in the central time zone? One of you.
Isn't Professor?
Okay, Professor. That would be like saying if I wanted to go see Professor, I would go hop in a plane and take a 23-hour plane ride because I have to go that way because Greenwich says I have to go that way.
That's not how it works. You can go backwards.
We're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. It makes more sense to go backwards.
Not Collie. Collie, we're not talking about how long it takes to get to a place. We're talking about the time of day.
So
I don't understand why you don't understand.
I don't understand why this doesn't click for you.
Georgia education.
I just don't. This is just information I don't need.
Collie,
Apparently,
you're acting like there can only be 24 hours. Like time continues on. They're just numbers. They're just numbers. Time continues on regardless of where the fuck you think they live at, though.
Hey, buddy.
It's relative. It's all relative.
Oh my god, I'm actually like beside myself right now.
This must be bait.
you guys are doing a terrible job of explaining this.
No, you're just retarded apparently.
Oh my.
No, you're just.
After I'm done with this fight, I'm sending you the crash course video on how time zones work.
He's not gonna watch it.
I know how time zones work.
No, you don't.
That's the man who doesn't understand how time zones work.
I live like right on the edge of one. If I drive to Alabama, all my clocks go back an hour.
It's no. That shouldn't even happen.
The only time that are you saying? Okay, now listen. The only time that China could be 13 hours away, or Japan,
It's
is
not
if you
China.
get-
It's Japan.
Same difference. If you get in a plane and while you're on that flight, daylight savings time happens and you get an extra hour.
On the plane with you.
That's the only way what you're saying makes any sense to me.
Sun is not on the plane. Oh, okay. I gotta talk to
Why is
this
the
third
fucking
person.
sun like a fucking banner behind the plane? Collie, I'm gonna say this right now. Assuming you're taking a plane and don't have to worry about any sort of overarching air current, jet stream or anything like that. No worries about that. You're suborbital or something like that.
Should I get elemental res, or
You can go the 13 hours the other way, or you can go the 11 hours that way, right?
Yes.
That's not what we're talking about, because that's not how you figure out time zones. Time zones is what time of day it is relative to the sun and the earth spinning. You can't just go the other direction with the sun.
But the sun did not create the 24-hour system. We did.
Kali,
Like for the first part of human history, we didn't even know didn't even really have time. Like it didn't exist. We had to invent it.
How many drugs did you do
what?
today?
Did you just say we invented time?
No, I'm saying time existed, but measuring time. Measuring
Sundials are a
time.
thing, right?
Measuring
also,
time.
Yeah.
Time is a construct, man.
It is.
It may be a construct of man, but you are not one to redefine it.
So then it begs the question, is all time still happening? Is time linear, or is time just whatever fucking wants to be?
Time is a flat circle that's only 12 hours apart at any point. Apparently. I can't believe Collie still doesn't understand what we're talking about.
Making it rain on that soap?
All I get is that I'm wrong. I just don't understand why.
I don't even know how to explain it to you at this point.
No, it's fine. I get it. There's fucking 26 hours in the day, and everything I thought I knew was a lie.
There's not 26 hours a day! Remember saying they've already passed an entire day, they're on a new day!
I'm angry that
They're not still in the same day as we are! They're in Monday! It's Monday in Japan!
Only 24 hours?
Oh my god!
Absolute madness.
I just don't know what to say!
Okay, so all I really need to know is when can I get my login reward bonus?
11 o'clock a.m. probably.
It's past 11.
Hey Kyle, is it going back in time if you go to the West Coast?
I mean, like, it depends on how you are.
Stop!
If you eat lunch and then you get in a plane and then you go to California from New York, it's lunchtime again. You get to have 2 lunches.
Okay, so
Sir, you can't park here. This is for special needs people only. There's 26 hours in the day. Oh, okay, move along.